For a screenshot function in our game, go to any script in your game. We will create a function called takeScreenshot with a custom built-in variable called imageName, which will have a default string value of screenshot. This means that if we call the function without writing a string value in the brackets, then by default we'll just use the name screenshot. Next, we define 3 variables. One grabs the image of the screen, one grabs the location where we want to save the image to, and one that defines the final path that includes the image's location, the image's name, and its file type. Image will grab the viewport of the node that the script is attached to, which a viewport is the area where your game scene is drawn. Then we use getTexture to return the complete image of the screen in a texture format. Then finally, we convert the texture data to an image object that holds pixel data that can be saved. Base path will be set to the user folder. However, you can change this to any location you like and add additional subfolders. Final path will contain the final string to tell Godot where to save the image, with the folder location, image name, and image type. In this case, we are using a PNG, however, you can change this to any other image format. Then, we grab the image variable and call savePNG with the final path. Make sure that you use the appropriate save function for the image format. To open the image inside a file explorer, we can grab the user data dir and call shell open to open the user folder in the file explorer. I use os.getUserDataDir as my image is inside of the user folder. Now to avoid images from overriding other images with the same name, we can first check file access and see if the final path already exists, meaning that there is an image with the same name and location. Then we add a variable called fileIndex, which will be used to add a number to the end of the image name so that we can avoid overriding the image files. We will use a while loop with the new final path that incorporates the fileIndex variable. And if the file with the number included does exist, then we will increase fileIndex until there is a file that doesn't have the number at the end of it. Finally, we set file path to the one that includes the number at the end of the image's name. Now, to take screenshots, all we need to do is grab the node with this script and call the takeScreenshot function. You can choose to either add a custom name or leave it blank and just use the default screenshot name.